Good morning, guys. I'm currently rushing to go try to make it to yoga. I wasn't able to go last week and I almost didn't go this week. Last week was because I couldn't, but this week was because I just kind of wanted to be lazy. Then I saw that it was Friday the 13th and I was like, I've honestly only ever had one bad Friday the 13th experience and every other Friday the 13th has been unmemorable, like I don't even remember it. So I am determined to make this May Friday the 13th 2022 a good one, and we're gonna start that off by going to yoga. Hair ready. Oh, you know what, I kind of want to do a braid. I'm just gonna quickly do this. I honestly don't care if it's like messy or not. So we're gonna go to yoga and start off by setting good intention. And you know what, honestly, I'm not looking for this day to be like super eventful, because realistically a day does not have to be eventful in order for it to be a good one. And so I'm just gonna go with the flow and see how it goes. Also, I have to post my video when I come back, but we'll have plenty of time because I actually finished editing it last night. Normally I leave it till last minute, but guys, last night I was on it. I also have my thumbnail ready. Like, who is she? We don't know her. We're gonna go ahead and go. The Kundalini yoga today was just perfect. It was so nice. The weather was beautiful. It was peaceful. It was just very, very nice. I decided not to vlog it because I feel like when I'm vlogging something, in a sense, I'm not really fully connecting because I'm thinking about it. This time I just told myself I was going to fully focus on the Kundalini and just focus on that only, and it was so nice. It was a very like meditative experience and I just feel very at peace. Okay, so we are back from yoga and I'm actually about to make myself breakfast because I was going to work out right now. However, Brenda gets off at school at 12 and it is 10:41. I don't really like to feel rushed when I'm working out, so I was like, okay, let me wait and let me just make some breakfast. So today I'm going to be making my favorite current go-to breakfast, and if you've been following me on Instagram, then you have seen that I've pretty much eaten this every single day this week. And you know, my toxic trait is doing or eating something until I don't like it anymore. So we're going to go ahead and continue that today, and I'm going to be making my current favorite go-to breakfast at the moment. I saw this on TikTok and I thought I would go ahead and share it with you guys because honestly, it would be a sin if I didn't share this. It is basically an avocado toast but on a hash brown. I think the reason why I love it so much is because of how easy it is. Literally all you do is you take your hash brown, and you can obviously cook it however you want. You could fry it on a pan or you could put it in the oven, but the way I saw it and the way I've been doing it is in the air fryer. And you're just gonna go ahead and air fry it at 400 degrees for 12 minutes. And you're just gonna go ahead and keep an eye on it because every air fryer is a little different. Normally at the 3-minute mark, I take mine out, so really it just cooks for 9 minutes, but I put 12 minutes, you know, just keep an eye on it. Oh, and we cannot forget the shot. That's good. It is at the 3-minute mark. I'm gonna go ahead and open it and it's ready. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it out. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my breakfast outside. I'm trying to take advantage before it starts to get really hot because the days have been hot, but the mornings and afternoons have just been lovely. Anyways, breakfast is done. Tell me this does not look beautiful. Oh my gosh, there's so much good music recently. Russ dropped a 4-song album. Khalid dropped new music. We have Bad Bunny dropped a new album. Becky G just dropped a new album. It's been lit. By the way, I thought I would mention that I post Mondays and Fridays. I don't know if a lot of people only think I post Mondays, but in case you don't have my post notifications turned on, which what are you doing if you haven't? I mean, you totally have your freedom of choice. We love having the freedom of choice, but you should turn them on so you can get notified whenever I post a new video, which is every Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. New video is live, and I'm just gonna go ahead and post on all of like my socials. Make sure that the links are up to date. I'm gonna switch seats so that way Brenda can drive us home. While I wait for Brenda, I thought I would try the juice that Ceci got for me at the college. Evolution Fresh Organic Superfruit Greens with orange, mango, pineapple, cucumber, spinach, romaine, and kale. Cheers. That's actually pretty tasty. Not gonna lie though, it tastes exactly like the one that I've made at home before. Becky G's album, love it. Okay, I see Brenda and she's gonna have to walk over here because she's gonna drive. She's probably gonna get embarrassed. How was school? That was good. Can you put that in the back? Sure, kitten. Thanks, though. Make sure I get home safe. And then we can try. No, you will. I'm a very valuable accessory in this car. Gotta make sure I make it home safe, so seatbelts buckled. Which way? This way? The safest route. Damn, Brenda! Whoa! It's a good thing we're in a neighborhood.
Good thing you're over dramatic.
Okay, see, that turn was nicer. That turn was nicer. So I'm about to start getting ready to work out, but I wanted to go ahead and start off the topic of today's video, which is comparing ourselves to others. By the way, I have a new pre-workout. It is the Galaxy Lemonade flavor. It's pretty good. Most of the other ones that I've tried, they've been a little bit on the sweeter side. It just has a little like lemony taste to it, but very, very subtle. It tastes to me like the white Gatorade, but I could be completely wrong because honestly I haven't drank the white Gatorade in a long time, but this just reminded me of it. Back to the topic, which is comparing. I feel like it's human nature for us to compare, whether we want to do it or not. It's just almost instinct for us to look at someone else's life and compare it to our own. The reason why I wanted to start it off is because as I'm about to start working out, I know that a lot of people look at other people's daily life routine, productivity, and they compare themselves to it, and they say, well, why can't that be me? Why can't I get myself to be just like them? It's valid for you to compare yourself to someone else's lifestyle. The way I view it is that it's not bad to look at other people's life and say, I want that, that's what I want to do, I want to be more like them. That's not necessarily bad, but at the end of the day, comparison, all it ever does is that it fills you with doubt. It makes you feel insecure about your own life, and it makes you look at life through the mindset of, I'm lacking in this, I don't have that, versus being grateful for what you already have and understanding what you have and knowing that you can improve and not allowing that comparison to stop you. Because if instead of looking at other people's lives as an inspiration as to what you want to achieve, what you want to go after, the comparison is only going to keep you stuck. It's only going to keep you filled with self-doubt, and you're going to think that you're never going to have that life that you want. But if you look at other people's life and you say, wow, I'm so happy for them, that's awesome, I'm inspired by that, I want to try to embody some of the habits that they have, bring them into my own life in whatever way that looks like to me, and work hard to achieve these goals that I've set. So it is possible for you to achieve the goals that you want in life, but if you're just stuck in that mindset of comparing yourself to other people and where they're at right now and just thinking that they don't have any obstacles to overcome, but you do, that's only going to keep you stuck, and most likely you're never going to grow because you're never going to go after it because you think it's not possible. All of our lives are different, so whatever goals you have, set them and go after them. Instead of comparing yourself, look at other people as inspiration and put in that work and face those obstacles and get up. No matter how many times you fall down, how many setbacks you have, you keep getting back up, you keep going after it. So today we're going to be targeting back and biceps, which honestly for a really long time I didn't really like back and biceps. I just hate upper body. It hurts more than like lower body or abs, but honestly I've learned to love it because I want to have a nice back. So even though the burn burns, I've learned to love the burn. Anyways, speaking of goals and inspirations, I've set my own goals, I have my own inspirations, and I'm gonna go after them.
I'll be there in 15, baby, you know you got me, you got me. Wish you knew me at 19, back then I wasn't talking to anyone but me. Though when I think about it, that wouldn't even make a difference. When you feel no feels that you make that your mission, oh, the others are a nuisance. Everything before this, now I know it's practice. I don't have a game plan, I don't have a tactic, no.
done working out, I'm going to quickly use my foam roller to roll out my back. Usually my back muscles are the ones that tend to get more tense, so I always like to make sure that whenever I end my back workouts, I use a foam roller to roll out my back. And then once I'm done, I just go ahead and stretch out. Okay, so I'm currently going to be importing here some footage so that I can start editing for Monday's video. And while my footage is importing, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about today's topic. I feel like a lot of what I'm gonna say is basically stuff we already know. It's general knowledge, but I feel like sometimes just hearing stuff you already know from someone else's point of view, their own experience, really makes you rethink things. So I'm gonna go ahead and just share and maybe hopefully spark a little something in at least one person. So the main steps in order to sort of start overcoming that comparison mindset is, first of all, acknowledging that you have that mindset, because some people see it as like a weakness, and so they refuse to let other people see that weakness, so they will just not admit to it. But I think acknowledging is the first step to overcoming anything, and so by acknowledging, you're able to catch yourself when you are in that mindset, and then that leads to being able to change your mindset. So instead of looking at other people as competition or comparing yourself to them, you can view them as inspiration. And I don't blame us for having that comparison mindset, because we literally grew up our entire lives being compared to siblings, to cousins, to friends, to classmates. In school, we were ranked by grades and by GPA, and usually the higher up your GPA was, the better you were. And so I feel like it's just literally ingrained in us to compare ourselves to other people. But again, that acknowledgement of, okay, I do tend to do this, so that when you are doing it, you can catch yourself and work on improving that mindset, so that instead of looking at other people's success and comparing yourself to it and feeling less because of it, use it as inspiration. And instead, now, because you are viewing it as inspiration, you can turn that inspo into motivation and put in that work to work towards your goals and work towards your dream. And I also want to emphasize that one person's success does not mean your failure, nor does 1,000 people's successes mean your failure. There is an infinite amount of possibilities in this world, and that is one big thing that you should change your mindset on, that just because someone else is living the life that you want, it doesn't mean that you can no longer live that life. The biggest change that comes from not comparing yourself to others, you just start having fun and you end up finding yourself, because in comparing yourself to others, you can lose a sense of yourself, because you start doing what you think you should do instead of what you want to do. And I fall victim to that, because when I first started out with wanting to do YouTube, I was in that mindset that I had to do what was popular, what other people wanted to see, what other people were doing that was getting the views. And it's not that I wasn't like enjoying the content or having fun with filming it, it's just that I think I held myself back from doing a lot of what I wanted to do. One month I would get inspired and I would think, I'm gonna go after this, I'm gonna do it, and then because I was still comparing myself to other people, I started to feel with self-doubt, and then I would just stop posting. And then 3 months later, I would get that inspiration again, and then I would stop. So I wasn't acknowledging what was going on, and because of that, it was just a cycle of the same thing. But when I did acknowledge and I made the conscious effort to change my mindset and to stop comparing myself to other people, I was able to make the necessary changes that I wanted in order for me to grow. And when I started to do more of the content that I actually wanted to do, that's when I started to see a bigger change in my views and my subscriber count, because I think people can see when you're actually having fun and enjoying yourselves and being authentic. And actually, another big way that I started to notice myself being so caught up in that needing approval from other people was through Instagram, because everything on Instagram is so aesthetic. And even on YouTube, I felt like I had to be very careful with what I showed or how I showed it, because I thought that my life had to be aesthetic in order for people to like me or for people to want to watch my videos. And because of that, it held me back a lot, again, because I was comparing my life to that of like the people that were getting bigger views. They had white houses, they had great lighting all the time, they had great angles, they had filmers. I was comparing my life to that, but we lived two very different lives. And when I just started to accept and be grateful for what I did have and not feeling bad about it, I was able to show myself more authentically. And I love that version of myself so much more than a version of myself that is trying to put up an image and look picture perfect all the time. Anyways, I hope that made sense. I'm gonna go eat dinner because apparently that is ready and my mom made meatloaf. Just let me know down below if you like meatloaf, because I know some people hate it, but we like it.
Come get food and nobody listens to you.
Te voy a tener que ir a llevar a que se limpien las orejas, ¿eh?
¿Puedes llevar a mí? ¿Y sí?
Oh,
Llévame. A mí también.
Eso es lo que yo
Girl, you could barely get your nose scratched. Okay, how did they clean your ears?
There's the water in it.
No, they don't. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
¿El queso está bueno?
Bueno.
¿O tiene rato ahí en el queso? ¿Te habla? Hello?
I need to go to Target. For what?
For what?
I need some stuff.
I love Target. I'm down. Hey Brenda, I challenge you to advance. Ow. Get it. My turn. I don't know what to do. Okay, do the dance kind of that kind of like Wait, am I actually doing this? Okay. Oh, I did not have that in me. In honor of Shai because she's always getting dino nuggets and it made me want to get dino nuggets. I might get this one since I've had this one and that way I don't get tired of it. Also, the chicken is $32 now. What? Check this out. I'm gonna make Christina cringe. Thanks, kitten.